Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Massive Marketing Success Sunday Night Hangout that we do this every Sunday, just about every Sunday, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm joined by the owner of Cardinal Mailer, Emmer, and she's also part of the Massive Marketing Success team. Works with me in Empower Network as well, so we'll get into that a little bit. And of course, she's a proud member of Income VM, which is kind of where the genesis of a lot of this stuff. And I'm the owner of Traffic Leads to Income VM. And again, my name is Rob Gearing, and it's a pleasure to have you live, to the live crowd. And I thank you for listening to the recording, because a lot of people will check this out on YouTube. So appreciate that. And as now our normal habit, currently is we sort of get right down to the nitty gritty. We get into some screen shares. I want to give you a half an hour of power and information that you can use in your business. Okay, so here we go. Let me go over to screen share and click that button, and we're going to share the entire screen and click share. And I am now screen sharing to the browser that I use. Let me hide this here. The browser that I use most regularly would be Microsoft Edge. Not sure why. That's just the one I seem to use. And then if something doesn't work on Microsoft Edge, then I move over to to the Google Chrome. So this is my desktop here. So we introduce everybody to Traffic Leads to Income VM. If somebody has brought you here and invited you to watch this live, definitely get their referral link and join Traffic Leads to Income VM under that person.
Okay, well, hi everybody. It seems that Rob has temporarily stepped out of the room, but I'm sure he'll be back in just a moment. In the meantime, I'm not really sure what he had laid out for the evening, other than to share the benefits of being a member of Traffic Leads to Income Viral Mailer. There are a lot of extremely great benefits to being a part of this. Not alone, it's a mailer, it's a massive mailer. I mean, the list is extremely large, so you have an open market for your advertising for any program that you're choosing. The way Rob has this laid out is this is something that you can use to create lead capture pages, splash pages, new leads into your business while you're advertising. Kind of at a loss, because I really don't know the direction of what he was going to do, other than he well, it looks like Rob is gone again. Let me see if I can do this.
Okay, I'm back. I'm not sure if I'm still I'm not sure if this still is broadcasting or recording.
I'm not really sure, but I can hear you anyway, so I will give the mic back.
Okay, all right, I'm going to continue then. Well, this will be interesting to see how this works out, but the show must go on, right? So there we go. Let me get back into screen share, and let's see what happens here. Share entire screen. Okay. All righty. Okay, I am screen sharing, and I'm going to hide that again. Turn-offs of internet. I'm not sure what's up with that. Anyway, okay, so let's get back to where we were, and I think this is where we were logging in the Traffic Leads to Income VM. This is step one, actually. It's the homepage of Traffic Leads to Income VM. Right away about Empower Network. And we introduce it to people because the training is so fantastic that it's a good way to get the right mindset as you approach your internet and network marketing businesses. So we have a special offer here at Traffic Leads to Income VM, and the only place that really can do this, obviously, where it's a $2 entry into Empower Network for 14 days, which gives you their cutting edge daily shortcut. And in addition to the Kalatu blog, in addition to all the team training and things that we have to develop people, and I give that top level Traffic Leads to Income VM upgrade, the TL2L that I mentioned earlier, all part of that $2 payment for the, for that 14-day trial. So that's an awesome way to kind of get started in the system here. And as you kind of move through that beginning step, we really tell people, start there, right? Go through their training, and then come back and we can start talking about creating an alternate lead capture page, because Empower will give you things to promote and build a list and get some people, get some people in your business. But we have some things too that I think that are a nice complement to what Empower Network does. So we can add you another, really unlimited at that level that you're going to come in at by doing that $2 trial for 14 days. Top level Traffic Leads to Income VM equals unlimited lead capture pages. And I'm really trying hard to get some added templates into our lead capture building system as part of this, as part of our 7 steps of success. And to make things a little bit more generic, really it's that header. For those that have made Traffic Leads to Income VM lead capture pages before, you have that top header that says Traffic Leads to Income VM. What if I allowed you to customize that and put anything at the top there? Would that be a game changer for people that want to, use that to build in, build their Empower Network business, their Club Shop Rewards business, their, XYZ, network marketing company business? I think so. I think that's definitely a game changer, and I'm really working to get that completed by the end of September. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So you continue down through, you come out of Empower really feeling empowered and feeling strong. After that training is phenomenal, and it can set you up with some that'll teach you and train you some really high level marketing skills and techniques, and the ability to earn up to $1,700 commission on a single sale. That's what I'm talking about. How else do you think you're going to make 4 to 5 figures per month and quit your job and fire the boss and all that? It's all talk until you have the stuff that can make you that kind of money. We can talk about it all day. You can't do it just from little nickel and dime programs. You can't, okay? Unless you maybe own that nickel and dime program and have 1 million members. All right, I don't think there's many that can stake that claim. So you got to really understand, if you're out there and struggling and looking for something that's going to make it happen for you, this is where you come. 65,000 Empower members and 15 millionaires of that company. No other company can claim that, right? So you come back to us then, okay? Massive marketing, Team Massive Marketing here, and you set up your profile in Traffic Leads to Income VM, and you and I'm waiting for that to load. Okay, so that has loaded. This is where we talk about the lead capture page. This is where my discussion comes into play about lead capture pages in general, and customer relationship management systems, the difference and whatnot. So in order to build a lead capture page, you need to have an autoresponder. A lead capture page is the capture point to build your list. We talk all the time about building your list. That's what the lead capture page does. So you can come at it, you can, have various and sundry lead capture builders out there, forms to fill out that send somebody information that, toss over a thank you page that can get them signed up into a program or whatnot. So it's a critical, every business, every company online that's teaching people how to market correctly, they really probably or should be telling them about building their list. We happen to have an unbelievable resource, and it's mentioned in step 2. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I know it's mentioned in step 2. We call it, within Empower Network, Kalatu Cloud. Now with Traffic Leads to Income VM, we don't force that. Okay, you could use GetResponse, Aweber, GVO to be the backbone of your lead capture page, to be that list. But here's why I recommend Call2 Cloud. It's not an autoresponder. It has an autoresponder within it. It's a customer relationship management system. So what am I getting with my Call2 Cloud? I'm getting the ability, I have the audience manager. I can manually add context very easily. So I'm having a conversation, say, with Rebecca. Say, Rebecca, would you like some daily, inspirational, motivational material? Can I have your email, Addie? Sure. I go to my audience manager, quick contacts, quick add contacts, put her name and email address and hit save, and I'm done. I've just added her. Okay, that's pretty simple and that's pretty quick. I can still have the traditional method of giving her a lead capture page link, fill out the form. That's all good. But I'm learning that when you're having a conversation with people and you're not selling, you're being basically a person who is potentially an information provider, a teacher, a trainer, a coach, a mentor, and somebody who's I'm a consultant. I'm here to solve people's problems. What's the number one problem in America? People don't have enough money, right? I don't have enough money. You probably don't have enough money. I mean, there's very few people who say, yeah, I got enough money. So we solve that problem. Time, freedom, and money. So money and working from home allows you to have time and freedom to do different things and do what you want. So, solving problems. Wouldn't you like to be a problem solver? That's part of being part of our team. You can put up your shingle and call yourself a marketing consultant, an online consultant, an online trainer. That's what we are. We're solving people's problems. We're not selling, this or that or the other thing. We're helping people who sell lotions and, diet pills and whatnot with the tools and the resources and the training. They're going to do better with that. But, we're the picks and the shovels. We're the consultant. We're the problem solvers. Is really, and it's a nice place to be. Okay, so what else can I do with my customer relationship management system? Okay, we know it's going to send out email, and I'm going to talk about that. When I have a little red one there, that means I've got somebody sent me an email. That's always cool. I've got the ability to do audio mail. Okay, I've got the ability to set up any kind of autoresponder in web form that I want. At the pro level, I can do video mail. An add-on would be automated webinars, and I can't wait. In October, I'm going to probably dive into automated webinars. In other words, this could be an automated webinar. It's not. But an automated webinar is I pre-recorded material, and I send it out to my list, and they can go there at any time and get the training and the material. Isn't that totally awesome? Can't wait to try that out. I'm not real schooled on the HTML5 video hosting, but if I record a video in the HTML5 format, then I can use what's called heat maps, and I can really kind of analyze how much and what parts of my videos people are watching. That could actually maybe work with the automated webinar I'm thinking too. Online page maker, social media. There's an actual campaign in here, the social media automatic submitter. So I can set a schedule and it'll tweet. It'll send out periodic inspirational, motivational tweets that can bring people into my business, into my list, into my circle of influence. That's cool. How about a calendar? So I can send out a link or a form that basically says, I'd like to coach and mentor you. Send this out to my total list, which I'm going to be doing probably tomorrow or the next day. And they fill out the form. I put in my availability. And when I go to my calendar, scheduled with me on Wednesday, September 7th, a call at 5 p.m. How cool is that? Do you have that at Aweber? Do you have that at GVO? Do you have that at GetResponse? Do you have that at name the Traffic Wave? And I use GVO and Traffic Wave. I don't really use that anymore. I'm here. This is running my business, and it's running it to a high level. Okay. I had the best month ever in the month of August, and I'm hoping to have the best month ever every month going forward, right? And that, kind of what we're here for. So let me clear my palette here. And what was the final thing to show you? The final button here. There's so much within this. This is where it gets crazy. Okay. And I never can pronounce this word, analytics. I always want to say analytics. I feel so silly when I do that. Analytics. Let's click analytics. Okay. So I'm not going to go through the machinery of how I send out an email. It's pretty easy. There's a quick send campaign. I send them my list pretty handily. But where it gets exciting is I go to analytics, okay, and I'm going to click analytics for today. Emails. I sent out a lot of crazy emails today because I was playing with something called triggers, which I'm going to hopefully cover in a couple minutes here. But I was learning about triggers. Well, I'll wait to tell the trigger story later. But this is why I have all these singular emails that were sent out. Happy with that, but I learned how not to have that happen again. Triggers is something new. I'm a 15-year marketing veteran that's never used a trigger, meaning that somebody does an action on an email. In other words, they either open it, they don't open it, or they click a link. I can have another email immediately shoot off or time it 5 hours. This next, okay, you're an action taker, you're not action taker. Oh my God, I'm ready to explode here with what can be done with all this. But it all starts with building the list, and you can do that here at Kalatu Cloud. Not when you have a list like I have, and 543 contacts now I've converted from my other lists over here, or paid advertising that I've done, or like I was telling you, I have conversations with people, and I ask them for their email address if they're willing to give it up to get some daily information. And they say gladly yes. So I've gotten to 543, and I can keep growing that, which is exciting. So emails that I sent today that were of significance, ignore all the ones that are just that say one. The 489 here. So basically, I send an email every. I don't know. I sent one at 11:01 a.m., at 4 p.m., and at 8 p.m. about this webinar. So some of you got to this webinar based on one of those emails. So 3 significant emails that I sent out today. Let's look at the earliest one that I sent at 11:01. I can go in. I went to analytics within Kalatu Cloud. I click the link of the email. And my friends, it tells me that, and this is pretty low, I guess because it's a holiday weekend. So 3 opens and send with 3 clicks. 1 did unsubscribe, which is cool. That's part of the process. We don't stress about that. With 486 unopened. So this is one, I probably won't resend this one since it was a specific webinar, and I'll be putting the recording out there as well. But if I click on the unopened, 486 unopened right there, I can literally, this is what we call a manual trigger. Okay, so not only have I analyzed this particular email, I can go in and send email just to the 486. Okay, and I can choose. I'm going to actually show you. This is kind of our email send template. I pick the letter category, and since this is an ingrained in-house Empower product, they pre-populate and put emails in here for us to use as members. How cool is that? So they have something called the Total Shortcut Sales. That one, okay? In other words, if somebody doesn't open your email, you should send it again to them, okay? So I would go in and find this particular email. I believe it was under non-categorized, and it was the Sunday call letter, okay? So I can send it just to that particular recipient group, and I can put a note at the top and say, hey, I noticed you didn't open this one, so I'm resending it again. That'll double or triple your click-through rate, just doing that. And that's a manual process, okay? So that's that. Let me get out of that. Okay, let me come back to, how about the 3 people that did open? I know who they are, okay? I can send to them. Now that's an action taker. So maybe I send them a little bit of a different email, what is my webinar about tonight? What's the call to action? Maybe to join Empower Network, maybe to start following the 7 steps of success and traffic leads to income VM, various angles that I could take. So I'm going to go that route with people that opened the email, okay? They're more interested, right, than the ones who didn't open yet, okay? And I can tell you every day, every morning, I do this as religion. This is part of my process, is reviewing yesterday's emailing business and reacting to the openers, the non-openers, and the clickers, I call them. The clickers are real exciting. So you click on the clickers. That's your best action takers. Anybody that clicks a link within an email, like Martin Bigler there, I know Martin. I could go right to Martin and have a conversation with him. If it was a sales letter that I was sending that had a specific, I could say, hey, Martin, did you get that? Well, I know you did because you clicked the link. Any questions about that product? And anything I can help you with on that. But again, I can go and I can send a specific email to that. And actually, I've developed and invented my own template email. So I hit send, to the clickers, and it's actually in my Rob's email, because I can create emails easily, whether they be plain text, HTML, I can integrate video. I go to my clicker template. So, and that one has a title, so it seems you want to make money, let me help. Action taker, somebody who's a really serious prospect. This is a way to sift and sort your email list into cold, warm, and hot prospects, right? So how cool is that? So that's what I learned this from Empower Network. This is the kind of things that they teach. I never knew any of this, honestly. Maybe I'm being silly. GVO had a little something kind of like that where you could send to people who open. So I have seen it before, but I haven't been trained to this level of detail on really how to integrate it into my business. So this is why I use it as a training platform within Traffic Leads to Income. Again, there is no finer internet marketing and network marketing trainers out there than this company, owned and run by Dave Wood, right? And I'm offering you a $2 trial for 14 days. You can do that within Traffic Leads to Income VM step 1 and get on board, and let's move forward. Let me close this out. So that's the manual triggers, as I call them. It's really easy. If I'm setting up a new email, so I'm going to go to, this is what I just added on to and I will tell you, triggers. Do not go back to a previous old email. Do not go back to a previous old email that you had sent, an old email that you sent to your list multiple times, and try to set a trigger up, because it'll go retroactively, and it'll send all kinds of old, outdated stuff. So you want to put your trigger on a brand new email that you just created, so it's all relevant and current going forward, if that makes any sense. And let me see how I'm doing here. Am I still online? Is my microphone still working? Yes. So okay, got a couple people Skype me, but I'm gonna think that that's just other unrelated stuff. So I'm gonna come back to finish my presentation and turn it over to Rebecca for her thoughts. Where I was here, I think I was right here. So once again, just don't set triggers up on old emails. Set it up on a brand new one that you're just putting together. So the way we set up an email is we go to email campaigns, and I'm an old schooler. I don't do much with the HTML. I do a lot of text. So I do create new email campaign, plain text. But look, I have templates, designer templates. I can do my own HTML coding. So you can make really fancy looking professional emails. What I do here is I give my letter a name. So I'll just call it webinar 94. The subject would be training. And I generally check mark the public box, the tracking box, and I put it in a folder. So that would be maybe under my Rob's email folder. I generally don't do a short description. That's optional in this box right here. But this is where you set a trigger. So let's say this particular email is sent out to you guys who came. I want to offer you, maybe I want to offer you something or whatnot. Let me click on the set a trigger for this email template. So right now it would do nothing. Okay, so so let's just say, for example, this is thanking people for attending the webinar. Okay, so if somebody received this email, what's the criteria? Well, they open that email. I then can send them to a letter from my letter library or start an autoresponder. And I can also, let's just say, I can send this to a letter from my letter library. I'm just picking one randomly here. One of the daily shortcuts that we send out to folks. The last episode was episode 17. And I'm going to do it 30 minutes after that email was opened. Okay. So let's just say, for example, that, this is kind of like, okay, this is somebody who's serious. I'm going to send a email that's related, that has a call to action, and is basically giving them the opportunity to buy into something. Okay, and that's how ultimately we make money as internet marketers and network marketers and marketers in general. And that's how easy it is. I mean, you can kind of think about what you can do with this yourself. I mean, a lot of you guys are maybe more creative than I am. I can also set a specific trigger if somebody actually clicked the link. So the email can say, like, thank you for clicking the link. Here's the special bonus that I want to offer to you. Okay. There's a criteria. So for opening, clicking a link, opening my video or audio email, or clicking a link in my video or audio email. I just learned that you can't do, not only can't you don't want to go back to old email templates and send, because here's what happens. So if I set a trigger on an email that I've sent out 20 times, all the people that clicked in the past, based on those 20 previous emails that I sent that met that criteria, are going to get an email sent. And so a person could, let's say they opened emails that I sent, they opened 15 of them, they're getting that particular email 15 times. Okay, so that's why it's bad. You want to do it, with your brand new, in conjunction with brand new emails that you're creating. The second thing I learned is you can't have two triggers on the same email. Okay, so then you also have a box here. If my criteria is not met, so I guess there is a second kind of layer here. My criteria is not met, action can happen. You can actually move them onto a different list based on whether they open emails, don't open emails, click or not, So I'm still like, my mind is like really trying to figure out, my goodness, there's a lot of stuff that I can do. And this is why Kalatu Cloud, as a customer relationship management system, I can call people from here. Actually, I can literally call somebody from within this. Okay? I can't do that at Aweber. So it's things like that, and everything that I've showed you is why this is different. A Kalatu Cloud customer relationship management system is different than an autoresponder. Okay, so that is my presentation. So come forward with us, work with our team. I'll wrap up, but I'm going to turn it over now to Rebecca for her thoughts on some of this technology. Go ahead, Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca had to leave. Okay, so she did say she was maybe going to have to duck out. So that's it. Hopefully this, since I had a break in the action here and lost internet for a period of time, let me stop the screen share. Since I had a little break in the action, we'll see what happened with the recording. I may have to explain where people need to pick up if they're watching this on YouTube. There may be a period of darkness, if you will. But I'd like to thank Rebecca for coming on. Unfortunately, long for her to be able to chime in some thoughts, but we'll have her back on another broadcast. If you need anything from me, you can Skype me at rob.gearing. Facebook is also rob.gearing. Email is ghcamry@gmail.com. And that special offer, go to traffic, get back to the person who for their Traffic Leads to Income VM referral link, or just go to trafficleadstoincome.com if I'm the person, for example, that brought you in here tonight. And that special offer with the $2 14-day trial of Empower Network with the top tier upgrade that'll go with you during that 14-day period is right there on the members homepage, right there in step 1. So that's kind of your call to action to really get serious about what you're doing here online, and to give you the ability to make the commissions that you truly deserve. So thank you very much for those that checked us out live, for those that are listening, and see you next week. Hopefully we will, let's see, that's the 8, 9, 10, it's the 11th. So we'll still be able to, Google Hangouts are kind of changing. I think the 15th of September is the cutoff, but we should be good on Sunday. So we'll be bringing you a new topic. Until then, to your massive success. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.